Okay. Looking to see. There we go. Okay. So today, guys, we are doing the new moon in Taurus card pulls. And what I'm doing is going through the Facebook group. Welcome to Sovereignty Circles. There's a Facebook group where people have already listed their thing they're working on creating. And this is the thing, right? Right now, especially this weekend, we have a very strong, energetic portal to reach into your dream of dreams, heart of hearts, and think intelligently about what you're creating in this world. And how can you use, because this new moon is inviting you to create from a place of authenticity, probably unlike you ever have. Okay, so what that means is I almost don't care who told you how to do what. Like you have to really do it, hold your truth and hold your frequency of authenticity, sovereignty, and all that. So with that in mind, that's the filter we're using today to go through. And I'm going to start at the bottom of the list. If you're not in the Facebook group, please join us there so that you can place when I do this 3 times a month, sometimes twice a month. It's every new moon, every full moon. So let's start here. We're going to start with Anya, who says, I want to create a place for people who are thinking about how to implement peace of mind and sovereignty in their life every day more and more. She wants to create a place for people who are thinking about how to implement sovereignty. Right, this popped out. We'll put this over here for a minute. First card down is these are your cards on you. So the first card out is this, 9 of Pentacles, which she's like baby empress. She's one step below mastering this empress energy. This is love and abundance and all the things. And so, thinking about how you're sharing through your filter, your idea of abundance, your place that you want to create needs to be infused with your energy and your attitude about abundance. And you need to be juggling some money, it looks like, probably, but juggling your resources to make this happen. So do not feel like, oh, if you can't go all in 100%, like that's something wrong. That's not something wrong. That's saying you're gonna be juggling a little bit, maybe until it takes off or something. And then you have the king of the mastery of this tangible world, the King of Pentacles. So it's a really good time to recreate is the word I'm getting, because this is the card that flew out ahead of time. I think you've been trying in the past to create this same idea of a place where people can go, a place where people who are thinking about how to implement peace of mind. So whatever you've done in the past, right? I would just encourage you, put that in the past. Don't worry about that. Start anew. This is brand new energy. New moon is new energy, guys. So it's a new time to move forward, really calibrating to your own inner light, okay? And really thinking about how maybe what you've done in the past wasn't, it maybe not have been as, I want to say the word authentic, right? As coming across now. Like this is the time to truly be you. So say it. Like say it out loud. Like mastery means like you got to do all the tools. You got to think, speak, feel all the things in alignment with what you're trying to create. So I hope that's helpful. That's kicking off our first question. All right, who's next? We've got Dawn. Dawn from Down Under. Hey, Dawn. So John says, I would love to create a place where individuals can find their inner voice and strength to build freedom financially and stand on their own 2 feet to secure their financial and emotional freedom, whatever that might look like for the individual. So again, we're hearing a theme, right? That we want to help others and that we want to help others use their inner voice. If this is what you want to see in the world, starts with you. So be first to use your voice to speak about financial freedom. If that's what you want, that's what you give. And that goes for everyone watching this. Whatever you want is what you need to be giving. I know that sounds so contrary to like 3D world because 3D world says, well, if that's what you want, it must be because you don't have it. And if you don't have it, then you need to go seek for it from authority figures who have it. That's not what we do in sovereignty circles. Sovereignty circles, we say, that's what I want to see more of. Maybe what little part you play in of that in your own world now, you need to magnify, right? So let's see what's for Dawn. What does Dawn need to know to help her create this place where individuals can find their inner voice and strength to build freedom, financial freedom, and stand on their own 2 feet? What does she need to know? Okay, so here's what you need to know, Dawn. First, you need to tune into your higher self, your own authority, your own whole self team. I'm going to be talking more about this with everyone in my soul signal. It's I'm so excited. I've created a new thing for you guys. So, but just take it for now that that's what you need to do is whatever, however you do that. And then you got the Seven of Wands. So taking this like perspective of being in an advantaged place right now, even when I know you'll go, I'm not advantaged, I don't feel like that. How do you feel like it at all on any level? Are you maybe you're advantaged place because you have a car or a roof over your head, or maybe it's that basic for right now. You know what I'm saying? And you just want to magnify that. Like because I'm making this up, but because I have this car, this house, a roof over my head, I'm able to start my, this path of financial freedom. You just build on what you focus on grows. So Dawn, be sure to focus on what does exist, not what doesn't. Because when you do that, what does exist, and even if it's in a little way, will start to grow. Okay? What you focus on grows. And then it's telling you to find your equilibrium. So this is telling me you probably get pretty emotional and there's nothing but this is the justice card. I've got my justice warriors out there that would read this, interpret this as being like around justice, but I look at it more like balancing the scales. It's really taking your attunement and finding equilibrium. Because if you're going to be like this, then that's what's going to be scattered out of balance around you. If you can hold your frequency within, the universe will start to organize itself around you to be more stable. So you have to find that stability within, and you are perfectly you are in you don't have to be defensive. I mean, this is a defensive stance often, but like you're defending what I'll say what little you do have is what you're defending and focusing on and amplifying and working in tune in togetherness with your higher self, with your whole team. Okay, so hopefully that helps. I love to hear like how you're creating this for yourself. Next we have Fiona Kent. Fiona has a beautiful, I just had her on this show this week. Go check out the episode from Monday. It was post Mother's Day, but it was about Mother's Day. She has the most beautiful gift of being able to speak to spirit, connect loved ones here on this realm with loved ones on another realm, or give voice to the voiceless, as she says. So these people that maybe you can't hear your loved ones, but she's someone who can. So Fiona's wanting to create a series of books of unconditional love. I love that so much because you know what? That is the antidote to all we see around us that makes no sense is unconditional love. It is not always easy to hold that frequency when you're just, I just got so upset before I came on here today, actually, because I had tuned into one of my old high school friends had made a post that came up on my Facebook feed. And while it was a political post, it really was about how certain populations are being disenfranchised. And I started to cry. It is very overwhelming for when we see injustice, right? So to hold that frequency of unconditional love is so important. I said to myself, like, do I have to keep to my own self? I was like, do I have to keep pitying and feeling sorry for these people who are so undeniably racist and ignorant? And then as I came in here to set up, I go, yes, Jenny, yes, you hold the frequency of forgiveness because that's what you can do. That's what I can do and have it ripple out. So Fiona's saying she wants to create this book series of unconditional love. I know that that's the ripple out effect will be tremendous. Let's see, Fiona, what do you need to know to help you with this series of books? Sorry, I went on a rant. Um, okay. Whoa. Ooh. This is so interesting. These three cards. Okay. So these three cards are all like pretty, I would say rough energies, right? The moon itself, the full, like you see the moon, but the moon card in tarot is usually about hidden things that we don't see all the time, and maybe it creates anxiety. The tower is when what everything you think is real blows up and it's not real anymore. It speaks to the illusion of man, right? Thinking that we're going to build this big thing. So there's something in here that maybe you feel a little anxious, or there's something hidden that's going to be coming out. That this card is about like down and out, man. This card's like stabbed in the back energy, or just like falling on your face energy, end of a cycle. So it kind of tells me that maybe the cycle of not knowing, having things hidden, and things keep blowing up, and this cycle is over. Okay. So when you feel any anxiety or tower, these energies, like say, no, that's over. Or perhaps you're going to be speaking about these energies and how to infuse unconditional love within them as people feel like their life just blew up. How can they hold and harness unconditional love as they feel anxiety in their nervous system? How can they hold and harness this unconditional love? Or if you're just feeling down and out, or like at the end of a cycle, like, oh, it's time for you to move, or start something this is, with all endings come new beginnings. And but it rattles people, right? But with unconditional love they can get through anything. So I think maybe either this is for you, this message is like you need to set this aside, or it could be these are the energies to think about as you're creating this book series. So I hope that's helpful. Let me know because that's so interesting. I was like, three of the roughest cards in the deck come flying out at once. That's pretty wild. Okay, we're moving into Jennifer. Jennifer wants a sustainable and successful healing biz, as well as a romantic relationship with your spouse or significant partner, whatever an ST is. So, significant person, maybe. Okay, so Jennifer, this is for Jennifer. What does she need to know? Guys, you just saw me shuffle. Okay. First card out. What I just went over with Fiona. This is the end of a cycle, or it's something about feeling left out or being down and out. It's over. That's done because the next card ends mastery of money. You're saying you want sustainable and successful healing business. This would be about you showing your mastery. And I don't care what hasn't worked in the past. It's over. Okay, the past is overdone. We're not considering it now. We're saying, how can you show up masterfully, authentically? Because this is inviting this whole energy this weekend is saying, what can you do out of your truest authenticity, where you are being your truest self? in your healing business, right? And your romantic business. I mean, especially when in areas where you feel there isn't enough going on. And I will go right back to what you think is you don't have enough of, or you're in lack is not the focus. You've got to focus on what parts you do have. You do have an SP. Ooh, you have an SP, right? You have a significant person, someone to, a romantic relationship with my SP. If that's your spouse or your significant partner, and you're not getting enough, you have to give to get. It's all this cycle, right? We give what we want to receive. If you're not giving what you want to, if you're waiting, like I've done enough and I'm waiting for them to reciprocate. Well, what are they reciprocating? You ignoring them, or are they reciprocating what you're giving them? So that's kind of a thing to think about. But with these three cards, the overall arching message, I'm going to get a clarifier here because to me, the bottom of the deck is showing your your higher self has competing priorities, let's call it. So I don't know if what you've been thinking about, if actually there is more for you to focus on this path. And I'm going to look and ask because between a sustainable and successful healing business and romantic relationship, both of those things are awesome. So what is it that Jennifer needs to know to help her with both those things? There's something where maybe you've been hesitant. It's telling you move forward with all your heart and passion now. This is time to charge forth. Okay? Whatever, and if your higher self has some competing agenda that it wants to come to you, when you're in movement, I know for me, when I walk, I call it light walking, and when I walk, I things come in. So maybe start moving a little bit more. But this is about movement, moving forward, full steam ahead. But also you might want to think about moving the energy so you can hear more of that coming in. And I'm getting to give you one more card. So let's do one more card. Oh, okay, wait. It's not asking for the card. It's asking for, so if you've got a yes, no question, Jennifer, as you're watching this, it seems like there's a yes, no question you may have. So is the answer yes? Show us yes. First, show us yes. That's what yes looks like. Show us no. Okay, that's what no looks like. All right, stop. Jennifer asking a yes or no question. What's the answer? The answer is no. So I don't know what you're asking, or if that was helpful, you'll have to let me know, but that's what kind of came to me. Okay, moving on. We've got Becky. Okay, Becky. Becky would like a simple conversion. I guess you're feeling that conversions are hard. Is that the feeling? So let's see. What can Becky know or need to think about to access simple conversions? Do this here. See, simple conversions for Becky. Okay, Becky, two cards out to begin with, and I'm pulling a third. First card out, higher self. This is your spirit team talking to you. You must connect with them instead of trying to do this on your own. Being recognized. Now, I know you are not a projector. I am. But you might have a bunch of 0.2 in your human design or 0.5. And where you see twos and fives, that's the projection field, especially. And there's a lot of invitation energy, especially when there's twos. So I don't know, you'd have to think about this for your own self, but where spaces you're being invited, the conversions will be easier than you being the push person, like, here's my message, right? And then there's something to be said about the stabilizing force of your family. Simple conversions. Let me ask you, in your family, when you want to convert your family's, you know what I'm saying? Let's say You want to go, I'm making this up, but let's say you want to go to Disney. That's not even fair. Everybody will say yes. Let's say that you want to go to an art show and the whole family's not on board. You have to convert them to want to sign up and buy into your vision here. You do that all day long in your home and family partnerships, existing structures. What's the clue for you? It lies in there that you're already doing this and you're seeing your business as a totally separate thing, and it's not. This is you showing up in spaces where you've been invited and are recognized at least, and with your higher self, work with your higher self more. You could have known I would have said that, but it came out. Yeah, so I hope that's helpful. Let's give Becky one more hint. What would make things simple? She does convert, but what makes it easiest? What helps make it easier, authentically easier? You got to just own that you're an entrepreneur. I don't know what you've been feeling like, oh, I see this with people. They go, well, I like to help people. I hate sales. I don't want to, you know, I just want to help people who are ready for me. And they don't see themselves as an entrepreneur. And literally every coach on the planet is an entrepreneur. I don't care. Even if you have a company that's hired you to be coaching for them, how'd you get hired by them, right? You went and sold yourself, selling yourself. Huge, huge hint and a half. And then the next card on the bottom of the deck is go within. All right. Hope that was helpful, Becky. Let's see who's next. Oop, I just lost my thing. Hold on. Stacy. Stacy says successful business that serves others. I love all of you guys are like me. We just want to help people, right? So it's like, all right, Stacy, what does Stacy need to know to help her with a successful business that serves others? What does she need to know? Show up more powerfully, authentic in this time period, especially this weekend, harnessing these energies of the moon. Huh, huh. Okay, look at this. Here's the moon. Like I said, it kind of usually means something's hidden, or maybe you're keeping yourself hidden or something, or feel a little anxious about being the authority. This is the Hierophant. He is the master. He's the high, he's the authority. This is what self-sovereign, sovereignty is all about, is being your own authority. You don't have to put yourself below anyone or anything. And then there's this, allow the shedding process. There's still more things that need to fall away, Stacy, so that you can be, and I think it has to do with anxiety, but that you can be this authority in your space. So let's look and see what else Stacy needs to know. What else does Stacy need to know? Because she's working on this with her own YouTube channel. Everybody be sure to go check out Stacy Calm Mom Conversations with Stacy Johnson here on YouTube. Okay. All right, Stacy, there's competing agendas. And so it's just kind of signifying like don't dilute the power of each one thing you do. Because I know we are all multidimensional and do many things. So you can do all the things you do. Like, so when you're making a post about X, make that post be only about X. Then when you make another post about Y, make that post be only about Y. And then when you do one about Z, make that post be only about Z. Same with videos. This video is about X, this video is about Y, this is about Z. So that you can just, clear lanes for people, but you can hold it all. You can do all of it with no problem. So, okay, hope that was helpful. Next, we have Beck. Okay, Beck. Let's see what's in store for Beck. She says, to create a space that helps with aligned connections and soulful sales. All right. Beck wants to create a space that helps with aligned connections and soulful sales. She is the playful path to prosperity. Mm-hmm. Okay, these are your three cards back. And when I see this again, less justice, more balance. I'm sorry, I'm about to sneeze, and the camera just went roaring up on my face. Hold on. Whew. Okay. So there's something about balancing out probably your energy with the moon. And this is a card about lack. So you need to smooth out these energies of anxiety and lack, smooth them out. I'm going to ask for more clarity on this because that seems kind of obvious. And what you're trying to do is create a space that helps with aligned connections. I'm going to do that first, and then we'll do solstice there. So aligned connections. How can she? This is for aligned connections. And then soulful sales. Okay. Soulful sales, soulful sales. The card, this card was about the selling. So this card was more about the connection. So balancing, give and take. Don't just give, give, give. Don't just go on TikTok and give all these things. Also be taking in, um, it's a give and take, kind of balancing that out. So I think that comes with, I mean, I'm getting DMs, messages, right? But when it comes to the not enoughness, this is about create a foundation for your wishes to come true. You need to have structure and a base of structure. Four of wands and nine of cups. When I put those together, it's basically saying that I'm getting my wish come true because of the foundation and structure that I've created. Hope that was helpful. Okay, we've got Annie Powers. Annie, I want to create an infrared light therapy bed business in, I'm not going to say it right, but in your town on Kauai North Shore that will serve my community with positive frequency plus fuel my legacy dreams of horses at liberty on large tracts of land here and there and everywhere. Annie loves horses, so let's see what does Annie need to know to be her most authentic self in order to create these dreams. And she's got a lot of community infused dreams, communities with horses, communities in her area. What does she need to know? So Annie, this shows you, right, this card had popped out before and it's back. So this was the first card. So this is basically, think of it like there's a portal here. There's a ship coming in. It's on its way. So you're working towards this thing, but there's something you have to leave behind you that you can't take with you. So you need to think about what that is. You got people talking in both sides, like they're talking to little birds in your ears, giving you these messages. And I think you probably, to be more authentically you, need to not worry about what other people are saying or thinking or doing and worry more about you. This is also a cycle of the happy home. There's a promise here of fulfilling your cup of everything. So it comes down to what are you willing to let go of to get to board on the ship that takes you to the place you want to be. It's see, base of it's being sovereign leader on a new adventure. That's exciting, Annie. I'm so excited for you. Can't wait to hear how that works out. Okay, Joanne, we got two left, guys, right? All comments. I think I went in order. Joanne, a life of financial freedom, abundance, and joy. Joanne wants a life of financial freedom, abundance, and joy. You guys can see. Oh, okay. First card out. Hope. Oh, and I probably shouldn't show her boobies. Hope. Okay. Seven of Wands. Ooh, and the big money, the Ace of Pentacles. The message that I'm getting here has to do with what's filling your cup. You've got a lot of bright prospects around you. So there's really, you're just kind of set up to be who you need to be. I would not worry about you. This isn't a card of action. This is a card of being, cards of beingness. This is going to come. The money, the big money, the money that you want is coming. Okay. So, or is even, I would say coming in now. I mean, this is the weekend, this very abundant time. So with these bright prospects all around you, instead of focusing on where are they? Who are they? That's not the energy. It's here I am and I'm defending my stance, right? I am here ready to work with people pretty much when invited, pretty much, if you want to have, I mean, look, it's telling you to be patient, balanced, and notice how she don't see anything. So I don't think you see these bright prospects all around you. So where's your content? Where's the content that they need, right? Create something that makes them feel like they get to come to you. This is your dish of goodies, right? Like you're putting out a candy dish. Here you go, here's your candy. Because these bright prospects, all these stars are little people that are all in your area and orbit, and they come in, they drink from the dish, and they're going to keep reaching out to you. But you got to be patient, number one, and you want to actually make sure that you're balancing your own energy. And however you do that when you go to work, and just know it's coming. There's a little bit of patience here required. Probably to let, one of the things that comes out when we have to be patient, guys, is because you're part of a whole. I know you feel like you're your own thing. Sorry, I'm like, oh, you feel like you're your whole own person, and you are. However, you're also more overarchingly, we're all one. So you're part of a collective of energy, and the whole sometimes needs to, sort something over here. So this ripple effect will come and do this. So we have to be a little in 3D density. We have to be a little patient because while this is getting sorted, it's just not all instantaneous. There's like, and in fact, when I was talking last about this with Joanne was last night about 3D needs some like, I don't know, is it 2 years to make its way down from the 12th density all the way down to third density? Like, I don't know. I don't know how long it takes. I'm not pretending it's 2 years with you, but I'm saying there's an element of time here. There's an element of space that needs to be given so that the universe can move things around and it will reorganize for you. But you have to hold and harness the frequency. So continue and be patient. And then we got Rena. Rena, I think your last one. So Rena would like a sustainable, joyful business that serves others and raises the vibration of the planet. Do you guys see that we're all on the same mission, essentially? I love that. You guys are my peeps. I love it when you come here, come in the group or come here. I love it so much. Thank you for being a part of my world. So, okay, competing agendas. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is, guys, I'm shuffling and these same cards just keep coming out for each of you. There's the same messages going on here. But for Rena, a joyful business that serves others and raises so it's kind of speaking to me about, you're multidimensional and can do many things. These competing energies do not need to compete. Maybe they connect somehow in some way. Maybe they take turns. I don't really know, but you have met much to do, and here you can feel like nothing's working or down for the count. This energy is done and over. Retire it. Allow it to be the gift of the new beginning that comes from this, because here's your stability card, and it comes in after these things, the stability. So the root, the foundation, I'm going to see what it is, because look at the bottom of the deck, you've got moving forward and your cup overflowed. So, and then the money after that. So legacy money. So what does Rena need to focus on this weekend specifically to help make her um business, like what can she do, be, feel like, what's the clue here for her? Let's give her a clue that she will go, aha, okay. So I saw what it was before it drifted out of sight. It wasn't upside down, sorry. This is the Eight of Pentacles. So get busy. I'm not going to say this is back to the drawing board. This isn't back to the drawing board, but it is an energy of working on your money-making activities versus all of your activities. Or think about some of the activities that you do and how can you make them be money-making activities. Like you connect. So maybe you connect, which I don't have it, but remember that other card, that Five of Wands. It could be that, and I'm making this up as an example, but let's say that you have a group with a membership and you're making some money with that membership, but you also do this other thing that people can make money. And I'm saying you don't have to completely isolate them. You could co-join or make it another level of the membership, is to explore this other thing you do, so that you start to have tiers and levels. Like get to work thinking how you can combine these things to create a very stabilizing, unified, whole arena offer, even with all the things that you do. And I mean, to the kind of segues into what, and so I just hope that helps, Raina. But like, to let you guys know, I've created a new thing called Soul Signal. It is coming out soon. If you would like to know more about how to join me there, just put below the comments here, write the word Soul Signal, and I will reach out to you as soon as I'm hopeful by the beginning of June to have the link to sign up and join. This is a community that is going to be different than, I did not do a school community, so this is different than school. This is going to be a teaching, learning, experiencing, you know, communing thing. So we'll be doing all the things that I love with energy work and my own soul's love to, I am a teacher, so there will be teaching in it. But like, my hope is that you will, all the people I partner with and um enjoy, like I love Brian Scott's everything, so I use a lot of his stuff. Same with, I love Dana Kippel, is that her last name? All of her plasmas, like all the things as I learn, I'm a projector guy. So as I learn things, and what I do though, my brain just naturally kinds of breaks things down in a way to make it super, like especially esoteric stuff, super easy to understand, and then infuses it in practical ways of applying these concepts into your world so that we lift all boats, right? Kind of thing. So I'm very excited about it. If you would like to know more, just like I said, put Soul Signal down below, and I will definitely, when it comes out, hopefully in a week or less or more, slightly more, I don't know. We'll see. Um, that will get you started. And reach out to me anytime. If you have anything you want to talk about, just reach out to me. Like I said, I'm over on Facebook and Sovereignty Circles. I hope you guys are enjoying the new name, the new energy. It is all where we come together as our own independent sovereign selves and work together with our own communities, pooling together and helping each other. So that's what I see for this new endeavor. This weekend, it's like I'm going to put the banner up on my Facebook page and start really talking about it. And it's been about a year in the making, so it's just time now, right? And I felt this weekend, I'm like, oh wow, this is it. This is it. Okay, this is it. So for you too, this is it. Your go time. This is it. Start shining, start being truly you in scary ways that you've been hiding. Get it out and stop being like the old ways. They're done. They're done. They're done. They're done. Okay. So even though they don't look done, maybe in all of our 3D spaces, energetically, they're gone. So energetically, you get to now be you. So let's all lift into that passionate idea. I see everybody here that listed, for their carb polls. We all kind of have the same mission in mind, right? We want to help other people. We want to lift. We want to convert. We want to be a part of this. We want, and so all of that new earth energy is available for you. All right. So thank you for joining me, and I will be seeing you guys soon. Okay. Come join us on Facebook or in the comments here. I will start putting out more videos so you'll start to see more about Soul Signal. Okay, thank you. Bye. Have a great new moon. Great new moon.